The story of Job. Long ago, in the land of Oz, there lived a wealthy and respected man named Job. He was known throughout the region as a man of integrity. He loved God, honored him in all he did, and turned away from evil. Job had a large family, many servants, thousands of livestock, and great prosperity. Yet his greatest treasure was not his wealth, it was his relationship with God. Each day, Job prayed for his children and offered sacrifices on their behalf, wanting them to remain close to the Lord. Life was good, and Job was blessed beyond measure. One day, in the heavenly courts, Satan appeared before God. God asked him, "Have you considered my servant Job? There is no one on earth like him, he is blameless and upright." But Satan replied, "Of course Job worships you. You've protected him and blessed everything he does. Take away his blessings, and he will surely curse you." God knew Job's heart. So he allowed Satan to test him, but only within limits God himself set. What followed would become one of the greatest tests of faith ever recorded. In a single day, terrible news arrived one after another. Raiders stole Job's oxen and donkeys. Fire consumed his sheep. Enemies carried away his camels. Servants were killed. Then came the worst news of all. A mighty wind struck the house where Job's sons and daughters were gathered, causing it to collapse. All of his children were killed. In a matter of moments, Job lost nearly everything he had. The pain was overwhelming. Job tore his robe, shaved his head, and fell to the ground. But instead of cursing God, he worshipped and said, "The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away, blessed be the name of the Lord." Even in unimaginable grief, Job remained faithful. Satan returned and argued that Job remained faithful only because he still had his health. Again, God allowed another test. Soon painful sores covered Job's body from head to toe. The man who had once sat among the honored now sat in ashes, scraping his wounds with broken pottery. Even Job's wife, overwhelmed by suffering, said, "Curse God and die." But Job answered, "Shall we accept good from God, and not trouble?" Though confused and hurting, Job refused to abandon his faith. 3 of Job's friends came to comfort him. When they first saw him, they hardly recognized him. For 7 days they sat with him in silence. But then they began to speak. Instead of offering comfort, they insisted that Job must have committed some terrible sin. They believed suffering was always the direct result of personal wrongdoing. Again and again they accused him. Again and again Job defended his integrity. Job did not claim to be perfect, but he knew he had not done anything deserving such extreme suffering. His heart was broken. His questions were many. Yet he continued seeking God. Throughout his suffering, Job poured out his heart. He asked difficult questions. Why was this happening? Why did God seem silent? Why do righteous people sometimes suffer? Job expressed his confusion honestly, but he never completely abandoned his trust in God. One of his most powerful declarations was, "Though he slay me, yet will I hope in him." And later he proclaimed, "I know that my Redeemer lives." Even in darkness, Job believed God was still worthy of trust. After many long chapters of discussion and debate, something extraordinary happened. God himself answered Job. A mighty whirlwind appeared. The Lord began asking Job questions. "Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Can you command the morning? Can you guide the stars?" Question after question revealed God's wisdom, power, and sovereignty over all creation. Job realized how limited his understanding was compared to God's infinite knowledge. He humbled himself before the Lord and said, "My ears had heard of you, but now my eyes have seen you." Job learned that even when God's plans are beyond human understanding, God remains wise, just, and trustworthy. God rebuked Job's friends for speaking falsely about him. Then he instructed them to seek Job's prayers. As Job prayed for his friends, God restored his fortunes. The Lord blessed Job with twice as much as he had before. He received new flocks, new herds, and a new family. He lived many more years and saw generations of his descendants. But the greatest blessing was not the restored wealth. It was the deeper relationship with God that Job gained through his suffering.